Here we go. And here we are. Welcome to our live. We have a guest today. We're so excited to have Miranda with us. So we're gonna get right into it. My name's Cheryl. If you don't know that already, Sandy's above me. I got this here, and then Miranda's below me. Well, you could say hey too.
How's it going?
All right.
So happy to be here. This is awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So I have to mute this. I got multiple things going on here. Okay. So we're going to get started. So I'm going to let our guest introduce herself first and tell us a little bit about herself, her story. She was in that slideshow there, and she has her before and after here. And so just tell us your story.
Hi, I'm Miranda, and I am super excited to be on here with Sandy and Cheryl because we're a team. So I started this journey. I actually started this journey a couple years ago, but fell off the bandwagon a couple of times. And then January of last year, I really got into it and worked really hard. It wasn't easy. There were still bumps in the road, still went off and on. But, using the drop system, it really helped me be accountable for myself. And, you spend money on things and sometimes people go backwards where they're like, just because I spent the money on it doesn't mean I need to do it. But I was like, no, I spent the money for 3 months. It's working somewhat, but now I have to put the effort into it. So once I got the nutrition down, then, everything just falls into place. And now I just feel way more healthier. And working with you two has just been amazing. And starting our groups together, it's just been, it's very uplifting. And I love being able to help other people now that I know, going through it. So.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. It's good because everybody brings something to the table. So we all have our own experiences and hardships or hard times or those moments where you're like, and so you learn from them, and then you can share with your fellow coaches and with your clients and stuff.
So. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. No, I love it. The learning process. It's always a hard one, but got to learn and go forward.
Awesome. All right. And Sandy, you want to tell us your story?
Hello. First off, Miranda, welcome. And so happy that you're here with us. Like we say, we're all part of a team and we just love helping each other and telling our stories and listening to other people's stories and helping them on their health journey. So welcome. And so happy you're here as our guest. So I've been in health and wellness for over 10 years. And actually, I first did the program. It was actually five years ago. And it was a month and I lost the weight and I kept it off for 5 years. During COVID, I got into some bad habits and I gained maybe about 10 pounds back. And then I thought, I have to regroup. So then I went back on it for a month and I lost that and kept that off. So, it's just a great program. And when you find something that really helps, and it's not just about your weight, it's about something that helps you with your health and that you feel good and you can sleep and you have energy and all these things that is just so priceless. And you want to share it, right? So that's me there in the center. And that's Cheryl helping me with my abs. Anyway, so and we're happy to be here and we all coach and we all help each other and it really is rewarding and I'm happy to be here and take it away, Cheryl.
All right. Well, thanks, Miranda. Thanks, Sandy, for being on this journey. So my story. I've been in fitness for 20 something years, and COVID, I lost my studio. I went into a depression. I wasn't active anymore. I gained weight. That with menopause, I was searching for a solution, and tried the celery thing and tried this and tried that, and I got to get my metabolism working, and I tried a lot of different things, and I'm like, you know what, I'm done. Either I'm just going to accept myself for where I'm at, and I'm not. I can't really be in fitness. I don't look like I belong in fitness, and that was my mentality, right? And so, out of, you have to be in the right mindset to say, okay, when somebody comes to you with something, and Sandy came to me with said, hey, it was something about something else, and then I'm like, hey, what about these drops? And I was totally open. And I'm like, you know what? I have nothing to lose right now, because I have tried everything. So either I accept where I'm at, or I just give it one more try. And to me, like, it didn't matter if it cost $500, $1,000. It wouldn't have mattered, because I was at that point that I was willing to try anything. Right. So I did the same thing. Started in January, same time Miranda did, although we didn't really know each other at that point. And followed the program, and 2 months, and I lost like 22-ish, something around there, pounds. But the first month it was 13 pounds, and I know the first few days I was getting on off the scale, like going, oh, is it like really? Okay. So anyway, so then I the first couple months I lost 20 something pounds, and then these 28-day challenges started, and I couldn't do the first one just from where I was at, but I was like looky-loo. So I was watching what was going on. I was still trying to eat like the way you're supposed to. And I'm like, okay, now I can do it. And I did it. And the first month I lost 13 and a half pounds. But I remember I was telling Sandy this, I would be on and off the scale, and the first week I lost like a whole bunch, and I thought, okay, is my scale broken? Because the scale hasn't moved like this before for me. And I know you're not supposed to be scale driven, and that's totally fine. I did measurements and all that. And according to the scale, the around the waist, if it was over a certain, you're considered obese. And I was considered obese and at risk for diseases and everything else. And it's crazy to me, because I still went to the gym, I still exercised, I was doing yoga at home, I was still exercising, but I had to, I didn't look like it. And anyway, so long story short, I just kept doing it, and I've always had a goal in mind, and I've had this goal for, I don't know, since before I started my studio, which I hadn't got to, and I actually got to it. I'm below that now and set a new goal. So yeah. And I mean, I feel good when I go to bed. I'm tired to go to sleep. I sleep really well. So I've, like, health-wise, totally fine. And so why I do this is because I know what it's like. You know what I mean? I know what it's like. And why I think that I'm not going to brag here for a second, but why I think I make a good fitness coach is because I've been on the other side. I've been on both sides. So I get it. I get the struggle. And so that's why I do it. And I'm so blessed to have Sandy and Miranda in my life to make it possible and have each other's back. So yeah, that's my story.
I mean,
I love it.
Cheryl, I mean, wow. And both your stories are really inspiring. And I mean, both your total weight loss was what? You both
did. It was 100 pounds together.
Yes.
55.
Yep.
55. Right? Yeah. Like, that's huge.
Yeah.
55 pounds and 50 pounds or whatever it was. Wow. Yeah. So that's really inspiring. Right.
So what would you, if somebody is looking at the program, what would you like, just if someone's looking at the program and they're not sure, what's one thing that you would tell them to reassure them?
It's easy. We, don't overcomplicate and don't overthink. That's the number one thing that, I get from a lot of people is they might be intimidated because, oh, I can't have this to eat or I can't eat that. But when you really, really think about the nutrition side of it, it's all things that we shouldn't be eating on a daily basis, like a lot of the processed foods and the sugars, the high sugar contents. And when you actually dig deeper into the nutritional facts of everything, the glycemic index is super important to follow, and the carb intake. And when you start to look at things, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, no wonder I feel like crap all the time. So I I like to call myself the nutrition guru now. And, I can't wait for the upcoming months when I can, reveal my add-ons. So I'm looking really forward to that. So nutrition is my thing now.
I know. I call you the nutrition queen if you didn't notice.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So our book with our meals and the recipes and the plan is all courtesy of Miranda. She took something that she learned and is passionate about, and obviously wants to put that to use and help everybody. I know that I tried to do it, and it is a lot of work. So kudos to you for doing that, because that is like, wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but the more I did the research, the more I dug deep into it, the more I became interested into it. So, it just is easy now. So
yeah.
And I can't wait to take it farther. So that's what I can't wait. So
well, it's good. Yeah, I like to learn too. So yeah, I mean, I would learn it too, but you have a knack.
You're the body brains. That's what I love, how we each have our thing, because Sandy is the motivator. She's in there and she's getting us going. She's always the reminder. She, I'll forget sometimes, and she's in there. She's right on it. So, and then we have Cheryl, who's the bodybuilder, the master with the body.
There you go. Yeah, well, that's good, because we all enjoy what we do, what role we each play, and then we all complement each other. So which helps the people that are listening or watching. It helps them as well, because if you don't know something, then somebody will, right? Or if you're slacking and we don't see you engaging, then Sandy's like, hey, what's going on?
Hoping not to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny, because it's like, do you want, if you want to be in the group, do you want us to be the coaches where, you come in here, you pay for what you get, and you're going to get it. You're going to get the annoyance of us always at you to, if we have to remind you, or, we're always there, like motivating you and constantly reminding you that you're doing great. You're doing good. Your first step is joining the group and purchasing those drops, because those drops are amazing. They, if you keep at it and you do, they will work. You'll see the difference.
Yeah, for sure.
So a question is, so someone sees and hears this about this program. Why is it different than everything else? I can tell you.
Yeah.
So I'll start the conversation. So there's actually a lot of different factors. So sometimes things are missing, and I feel we have kind of nailed down all the components of what will make this program successful. So for that person coming in, what makes it successful, it starts with them. It's they have to be in the right mindset first. And like, I know you and I, we're like, I'm doing this. I don't really give a crap. It's happening no matter what. Like you have to be ready, and you have to be in the right mindset. So once you have that, that's fine. And then being coachable. So that's for us. We need you to be coachable. So if we say put down the ice cream, you got to put down the ice cream.
It's so true. Yeah. It's
But
so true.
yeah, but so the factors that make it different are, and I'm just going to whip them off, and then we can expand on them. So the accountability, meal planning, we have the food list, the movement or exercise component of it, and then the community. So that's just in a nutshell. But feel free to expand on any of that.
And that, again, the one question when I'm telling people about the food plan, when we ask people, let's FaceTime, because when you're trying to message somebody, everything that goes into this program, it looks overwhelming. But it's really not. We've already taken the guesswork out for you. You don't have to count calories. We don't want you to have to worry about counting calories or worrying about how many carbs are you having, how many, like the sugar content, fat content. We don't want you to have to worry about that. That's one less thing. So that's why if you follow the meals, but if it's, it's always, you can change it up as well. That's why we have our Facebook group during the challenge or during our workouts and whatever, because you have options available. We make it tailored to you. It's easy for you. You just choose to eat healthy. That's the biggest thing. Choose to eat healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the thing too is the eating plan is huge. The mindset, the eating plan, but don't forget the drops itself, what it does.
Exactly.
They say, well, why can't I just do the meal plan? Well, yeah, you could, but I mean, the drops, they show what they do is they increase your metabolism. They help with your sugar cravings. They have thyroid support. It helps with insulin resistance. It helps with all these things. It balances your body. So it along with the food plan, it's like a win-win situation. So having both, and there's B12 in there, which helps with energy. There's so many things in the homeopathic drops that really help immensely with so many issues, right? And that along with the food plan. So, I mean, together it's like Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people, like, I don't know about you, Cheryl, but with me, when I first started, I wasn't gaining any more weight, but I also didn't change my eating habits. But it was almost like it started balancing my body because I would plateau. I wasn't losing weight like before, even before the drops. Like if I tried, I wasn't losing weight. I worked with a personal trainer in my hometown in Elkford, and I plateaued. I stopped. And then, everything, I found out a bunch of other health issues and everything like that. So then I just gained a bunch of weight back. So these drops help balance those hormones and kickstart your metabolism, because that's so important. And thyroid, oh my gosh, how many issues come out with women having thyroid issues? And I know men have issues as well. I don't mean to single them out, but it hits the women a lot harder than men.
Yeah, we have more hormones.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, these drops really help. And that's the first thing I always hear a week into people starting these drops. Oh my gosh, I'm not craving this chocolate bar or even coffee intake. A lot of people are like, oh, I didn't have my coffee. So it's just certain things that you're going to start to see. And then the more you take them, like I've been taking them for a year, I probably will never go off of them just because I just love the way they make me feel.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah. I did notice that when I stopped for a bit, the cravings started coming back. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Because I'll go in the fridge at night or whatever, and like no, and then so it does make a difference.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
The other thing that I think that makes this program different is the accountability. I always found that really huge. When you are out and about, and maybe you have a party or something like that, and you know that you are accountable to everybody on your team and your coach, you'd be like, you know what, I gotta weigh in tomorrow. I really don't want to be out and about doing like, going off my plan. So, not to say you won't, but you'll think twice and you won't overindulge because of that. And the success rate of someone who actually has an accountability partner is 95%. And seeing all these people go through this program and like all the results is crazy, and the success rate is phenomenal. So that's why I would say this program is different. The accountability, the drops, the meal plan, the exercise, everything is together, and like the accountability, everything is together in one package. So you don't have to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
There's no reason to.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, we just don't say, okay, here's a drop. See ya. Have a good time. Right? You know what I mean?
We come with them.
We help you through it, right?
Yeah.
Which is
I mean, and there's going to be sticking points, right? Like, I'm at a weight. My body says, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm staying right here. All right, lady. But
Exactly.
I mean, so you talk through, okay, we'll try this, do that. Okay, maybe you need to do. So you're not just by yourself and saying, screw it, I'm throwing in the towel. Like there's somebody there that's been through it, right?
Right. Yeah.
And if you have health issues, that's another thing that we get to help you with and walk you through this along the way, because they're nutrition and the drops. They're going to help you with your health issues. So
for sure.
Yeah. Like from gut health to insulin resistance, some people with PCOS. What else?
Blood pressure.
Blood pressure, yeah. So we're getting your body basically back in balance the way it's supposed to be before we added all the processed foods.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're going to have them. That's no question. You can't live a life without processed foods. And that's the thing. This program, you don't have to stick to what we're eating forever. Right. It's only until you're happy with the weight you're at or how you're feeling. It's not even necessarily the weight. My mom's on these drops and, she went off them and she'll be going back on them again. But, it's not about the weight. It's about how they make you feel. So again, don't think about weight. I always tell my girls, don't take the weight out of it. You're not doing this to lose weight. Your number one goal is to make you feel better. Everything else will fall into place.
And as your body is balanced and as your hormones are balanced, what happens is the side effect of the drops is weight loss.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. The drops were created for something else to help you balance your hormones. And as your body is balanced, it works that much better, and it knows what to do. When it knows what to do, then it sheds it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So one last question that I hear and people are concerned about is, what happens if I stop? Am I going to gain all my weight back? Because they think of traditional, where you stop and then you eat your face off again.
Well, guess what? If you eat your face off and you go back to your old habits, you're going to gain the weight back. This is a lifestyle change. You cannot go back. You need to move forward, and you need to keep that nutrition with you as you move forward. Yeah, you can cheat. I'm not going to say you can't cheat, but just know you're going to feel like crap after you cheat, and then you're going to regret it because you go step on the scale. But I don't know. I haven't gained. I've cheated. I'm not going to lie. I think I gained 6 pounds, but going back on the nutrition and my drops, and I lost the 6 pounds in like a week. So it was fine.
Yeah,
Your
when we went on vacation,
right?
I thought, oh my god, and I came back and I actually weighed less, so I had no idea what happened there. But
It's because your metabolism,
Mhm.
it's working. That means it's
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Whereas before, when you weren't losing, it wasn't
Yeah.
working. So
Yeah.
Yeah, because it changes your metabolism and it
Mhm.
changes your taste buds.
yeah,
When
Exactly.
you start eating healthy, and you get all that sugar out, you actually don't crave the sugar. You can have something and be like, "Ooh, this didn't taste as what I thought it tasted like,"
I
right?
know. I had a Snickers bar, and they used to be my favorite, and I ate it, and I was like, "Oh, this doesn't taste the same." But
Yeah, and then you feel crappy after. You got stomach ache.
yeah.
You think, "Oh my
like,
gosh."
Yeah,
I really
you don't realize, you don't realize how you're gonna feel eating that stuff until you don't eat it, and then you go eat it, and then you actually like, wow, and I felt like this all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you're sluggish and you're tired and
or cranky.
Oh yeah, my stomach hurt,
crazy.
and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Yeah, so,
It is.
Sweaty.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think the program is so great, and I'm excited for the next month and what we're doing, because we start in February 5th. But it's great because how we're doing it is just we're keeping it focused on who's joining. Like, that's who it's mainly. That this We're here to help you. We want to see you succeed. But then, we're going to continue. We're going to keep doing this every month. This is our plan. We're not, whenever you want to join, you just join and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. We saw our before and after. In case you didn't, I can go back. But but so if you want more information, wherever you're seeing this, you can put info, or you can message us privately. If you don't want to, put it out there, that's totally fine too. And we'll give you the information you need and get you started. But just for a recap, there's us. So just so you know, there's us. And now we're this beautiful trio here.
Yay!
Yay! We're here to help each other. Right.
No, I love it. This is moving forward, and it's exciting. And I love, you may just see us three, but we have other coaches out there that are just, they're amazing as well, and they keep us all on our toes. And when you have a question, we can't answer it, we get the opportunity to go and get that answer for you, no matter what. So
exactly, right? And then you learn, and then you get to help each other, and it's just a great community.
Yeah,
right.
It's
Which is huge, because like some people that have gone, they tried it on their own. They have no accountability. They have no community.
Mm-hmm.
And then what ends up happening is you just gain it all back, or whatever. If you lose it,
Yeah.
if you lose it, right?
Yeah.
Where here we have a great community that really helps inspire you, and we're all the same, and we have the same kind of challenges. Oh, this happened to me today. Oh, yes, that happened to me too. This is what I did, or you know what I mean? That kind of support and community. So, which is great, right? You don't get that a lot of places.
Exactly. No, it's perfect, because you can take the drops yourself and go do it. But if you're struggling, if something's not working, then if you don't have that support there to help you figure things out along the way, then you're gonna fail. So gotta take the help when you can get it. So
yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
It's about long-term longevity, not just boom, a quick fix. So
yes, yeah. And we don't say, okay, you can only have cabbage, or you don't have cabbage for 3 months, and then after
we have some pretty good meals.
And we have so many things.
Like, I'm not a bland person, but I am about simplicity, though.
Yes, because you want it to be simple and right, so that people can follow it, and that the structure's there, the community's there, the recipes are there, the meal planning, the fitness, the inspiration. I mean, wow, that's pretty cool, I think, right? you know, and yeah, so, and we even have stuff where you can have treats. You can have treats, but they're healthy treats.
Exactly.
So, like, yay,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. So yeah, because there's always substitutions, right? Like, I like yesterday I made a bun with the Pure Nourish, which is meal replacement, right? So it's like, oh, then you feel like you're having a bun with your soup, so it's great.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because sometimes you just want that texture. You just want that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Knowing that you can even cook with the shakes, the powder. So
Yeah. Shakes, you can cook with it, you can bake with them. Yeah, it's like, wow. And their chocolate is to die for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
So yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, it was nice chatting with you ladies.
And
thanks for having me on.
Thank you for Miranda for coming on and being our guest today. It was great having you here with us, and we just love you, appreciate you, and all the time you spend, and Cheryl as well. And together we're better. And
yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Great.
So contact us, you guys, and send us a message. We're here for you. This is why we do what we do. We love helping people and helping them feel really good about themselves. And you deserve it, and you're worth it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Till next time.
Next time. Love you. Thanks for joining us.